Buenos dias, amigos, from
somewhere in Mexico.
Somewhere in Mexico. You'll find out in a few days exactly where we're at. But today's video is a little bit different. We love showing off Mexico. We love showcasing Mexico. We love trying to show the world really what Mexico has to offer. And a lot of times that is through, you know, more touristy type things, whether it's exploring a waterfall or caves or walking down a colonial city. But through our Querétaro road trip, our 7-day road trip through Querétaro, I think we were exposed to a little bit different side of Mexico, a side of Mexico that, dare I say, is the real Mexico, with built by real people, and that is just the different types of businesses and jobs and hobbies that really make up this country.
Yeah, I think it's interesting coming from the United States versus here, and we really didn't have a chance to know very many small business owners in the United States, but I feel like Mexico is full of the most entrepreneurial spirits, and on this trip it was no different. So today we're going to do our best to share with you a little bit about each of these businesses, the diversity of them, and their passionate owners.
And I started with fruit liquor.
Oh, that's delicious.
He said 7% alcohol.
You can't taste any of it though.
That's
really good.
That's dangerous for you.
Yeah.
Luego tenemos de tónica, café. Este es el de cereza. Tiene 5 cerezas diferentes.
Okay.
You think you're gonna make it through this day? I think he's gonna try and give us all these.
I just want to make sure it's not cinnamon.
This does remind me of our time in Pueblo, though.
It does.
Estás borracha? Pero this time.
Next, we headed to one of my favorite parts of our entire trip, a real operating opal mine. We've already learned a lot. We've been here 10 minutes, but the coolest thing is Mexico is the only country that has opals of all different colors. So from like crystal clear to blue to red. The opals in this room alone are incredible, but I think we're heading down to the mine itself next.
Made it out of the back of the pickup truck. I've never felt so Mexican in my life. That view, the whole way coming up here is amazing. I don't even, at this point, don't care if the mine thing is cool. Just the view is nice. The temperature, as the more and more we climbed, the colder it got.
It's pretty cold.
It's pretty cold. Now, I think they're gonna put us to work. I'm not sure.
Beautiful.
It's been a mine since 1894.
It's been mind-blowing.
Okay. What do you think you're better at, mining or making dolls? That ladder looks pretty sturdy, right? I'm not sure what I just got myself into. Let's go. After I made it down here, I found out what they're doing is they are getting explosives ready to make a big hole. Felt a sudden rush to get out of that hole, and they started lighting that. Yeah, they got us out of there quick. I don't know when it's gonna explode. Oh, we didn't find any opals, but Hillary did find two new friends. I think he's trying to hide so that no one knows he's
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we are leaving the mine.
We found 2 gems.
We found 2 gems. That was a super cool experience. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do now, but that was
the
cool.
explosions were really neat.
And I left with all 4 limbs, so that's That's a bonus.
Never in my life did I imagine that we'd be mining for opals in the middle of central Mexico, but also never did I imagine that we'd find a planetarium in un pueblito mágico.
Okay, this is the observatory, and Greg, of course, wants to know how much the telescope costs. $18,000. So this is
Just for
the
the-
most expensive car. But it's incredible the constellations that you can see with this. I think during this time of year, you can see Saturn, Venus,
Jupiter.
and perhaps a couple other planets, all right now, which is incredible. I can't. Greg and I, neither one of us know much about this, so even learning on a very basic level is super interesting.
Well, I was just thinking, like, we don't know much about it, but it's super cool for kids and people in the community to have access to this.
Yeah, a lot of students come here from like preschool age up until university. It's a great way, I think, to learn something about something that we don't know much about.
There's a lot of things I didn't imagine seeing in un pueblo mágico, but this is definitely one of them.
Yes. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
You can't say that.
I've never been to anything like that.
Not since I was like 8.
One of the more interesting and unique things we saw on our trip was an entire eco-friendly reserve.
Okay, we are deep in the heart of the Sierra Gorda, just past Jalpan, and it's raining on us a little bit. I believe we're going to a place where people work. How do you explain it? Work to preserve,
Area.
reserve.
Conserve.
Conserve, preserve, and reserve.
The reserve. Wait. These people build cabins out of recycled material. They have stained glass windows made out of bottles, which were beautiful and creative.
And they're more, I would say, like more homes almost than cabins. It's a fully functioning home.
Yeah, and they on the land they grow fruit trees, and it's a fully sustainable area, which is something that Greg and I have never really placed an emphasis on. But after visiting this place, it was really neat to see what you can do with less.
Exactly. When I think, especially for an area like the Sierra Gorda or Huasteca Potosina, that I really rely on tourism, and it has, like, nature is the tourism, but it's kind of a difficult situation because the more tourists that come is bad for the environment, which is what everybody's going to see. But we need more people like Margarita, the owner, that are really watching out, that are promoting tourism and protecting tourism all at the same time. And last but not least, a tour through Querétaro would not be complete without 1, 2, or 3 wineries, vineyards.
Day 2, learning so much about wine. My favorite part we've learned so far is this type of wine is Cabernet Sauvignon because it looks like a Maltese.
I didn't know you could speak French.
Isn't it so cute?
Have you ever seen grapes like this?
No, but I want to eat them.
I know.
Like, all I keep thinking about is like a medium-sized bunch of grapes in the store is like $3 US, but here you just stock up. Stick those things in your pocket.
I don't know if I have the patience to be a connoisseur. You don't roll your R's in French, do you?
I don't know. These are just a few examples of the small business owners that we met through our road trip. We met a family that makes ceramics, a family that makes dolls, honey, cheese, so many different entrepreneurs just throughout the tiny state of Querétaro. So I think this is a testament of the hardworking Mexicans that work for their handicraft, their passion, every single day.
Exactly, and I think entrepreneurship, at least in the States right now, is like, it's trendy, it's popular, everybody wants to own their business, no one wants to work for the man, and I think that's something Mexicans have been doing for
It's a little dirty secret.
thousands of years, and it never really clicked. But whether it's the little tiendas on the corner of your street, or the people selling water, or boogaloo's, or mining for opals, it's just incredible to see. Or people making YouTube videos, it's incredible to see what people can do with their own creativity, a little bit of knowledge, some skill, lots of patience, a lot of time. And I think it's just really important to see, really cool to see, and hopefully this video just gave you a small insight into just a little bit of what Mexico has to offer and what the people can do.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe to our channel. Click that bell, that way you get notified.
Cada vez.
We post a video, and we will see you guys from
Somewhere in Querétaro.
Adios, amiguitos.
Bye.